He's got the look of a champion, the body, the power, the grit. But every time Anthony Yarde steps up, he's stepping off a cliff without a parachute. Because every time he's been thrown in with a killer, he hasn't just been the underdog, he's been underprepared. This isn't just about taking tough fights, it's about taking impossible ones. With no preparation, no warm-ups, and no real warning. And now, he's doing it again. This time against David Benavidez, the undefeated Mexican monster. Let's go back. 2019, Anthony Yarde gets his first world title shot. Not in the UK, not at the O2. In Chelyabinsk, Russia, against Sergey Kovalev. And in the fights before that, he faced no former champions, no top 10 light heavyweights. His last opponent before Kovalev, a man who retired straight after the fight. Yarde had never been past 7 rounds. He'd never been chin-checked by a world-level puncher. And yet, he's suddenly standing across from a seasoned, world-class destroyer. It was madness, and somehow, in round 8, he nearly pulled it off. But when the moment came, his gas tank was empty. He collapsed in round 11, not from lack of heart, but from lack of preparation. Fast forward to early 2023. Yarde steps in with Artur Beterbiev, undefeated, Olympic pedigree, 100% knockout ratio. A man who doesn't just beat fighters, he ruins them. And what was Yarde's prep? 2 fights in 2 years, a single domestic level win against Lyndon Arthur to avenge their earlier loss, and then another against Stefani Koikov, a fighter with no real pedigree. No elite sparring under the lights, no top contenders, just a jump straight into hell. And despite all that, he rose to the moment. He pushed Beterbiev in ways we hadn't seen. He made him miss, landed clean shots, scored with uppercuts and counters. Yarde fought his heart out for 7 hard rounds. But once again, the tank hit empty. The shots got slower, the space got smaller, and the referee stepped in before it got worse. Another war, another loss. Another reminder that raw talent can only carry you so far without the right tests in between. Now fast forward again to 2025. Yarde closed out his trilogy with Lyndon Arthur in April. A close, scrappy, unanimous decision win that gave him the 2-1 edge. But the performance, far from sharp. It was a fight with no real rhythm, no real danger, and certainly no resemblance to what's waiting for him next. Because up next is David Benavidez. This isn't the young, flashy super middleweight from a few years ago. This is the 175-pound version, matured, heavier-handed, and fully adapted to the light heavyweight division. He beat Alexander Vojtic by walking him down and shutting down his rhythm with relentless pressure. He beat David Morrell by dominating him over 12 rounds, despite being clipped and dropped late. He controlled the pace, took the center of the ring, landed the heavier shots. And now, just a few months after a sluggish domestic trilogy fight, Anthony Yarde is walking straight into this storm. No tune-up, no fringe world-level opponents, just another leap into the fire. This is the story of Yarde's career, thrown to the wolves again and again, and told to figure it out when the teeth are already sinking in. He's jacked, marketable, willing to fight anyone, but he's never been built like a contender. There's never been a plan, just chaos. Kovalev, Beterbiev, now Benavidez. Each time he steps up from mid-tier opposition to pound-for-pound killers. And each time we ask him to survive. But here's why people still believe. Because every time he's been thrown in cold, he makes it competitive. He makes them bleed. He hurt Kovalev. He shook Beterbiev. And Benavidez? If he's not careful, if he overlooks the power and explosiveness of Yarde, he might walk into something big. Because even now, Yarde is improving. His jab is more disciplined. His timing is better. He's wiser than he was in 2019. And while history says he's being thrown in too soon, again, one clean shot can flip everything. Anthony Yarde has never had a roadmap, only cliffs to jump off. Each time told he doesn't belong, each time he walks through fire anyway. One day, maybe not today, maybe not against Benavidez, he might finally get his due. Because if anyone's earned it through pain, it's Yarde. Thanks for watching, hardcore fight fans. Do you think Yarde can pull it off? Leave a comment with your thoughts.